Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're doing a quick Charlotte Hornets 2023 NBA Draft profile. All right, so the Charlotte Hornets have 5 picks in the NBA Draft. I'm only going to be covering the first 3 because you could field an entire starting unit with 5 picks. I severely doubt they're going to keep all of those. I have a little thing a team needs right here. They need scoring, they need defense, and they need depth. I know, that's the most generic thing you could possibly say in a team needs segment about a basketball team. Those are the 3 aspects of the game. But the truth is, they have the 2nd overall pick for a reason, so better to keep it broad because they need a bit of everything. All right, with their first 3 picks, remember I'm not covering the last 2. I think they'll probably be traded. They're probably going to take Scoot Henderson, who's a guard from the G League Ignite. They fell short of grabbing Wembanyama, but they're probably going to get the 2nd most highly touted prospect. Could it be Brandon Miller? Yes. Could it be Amen Thompson? Yes, but I'm just going to go with Scoot just because I've seen the most fanfare around him. He's sort of like a Russell Westbrook and a Derrick Rose. He's a 6'2" guard and he wants to slash the basket. He wants to make highlight plays. He wants to dunk. He wants to score around the rim. He definitely needs to work on his three-point shooting and his shot selection overall, but his profile is pretty well-rounded for a guard right away. We're going to go to the Ringer's 2023 NBA Draft Guide to take a look at some more information about him. If you haven't been to this website, it's really cool. You should check it out. As you can see, his highlights right here, he's a human highlight reel. He's got a feel for the game right away. Makes sense because he went to the G League Ignite. He is athletic, like I talked about it, and he's got that dog in him. I don't know how you quantify that, but the Ringer seems to think that it's important. We're going to go to the minuses because we know he's a good draft prospect, and we know that he's athletic enough to get to the basket. I mean, a lot of basketball is just being athletic enough to move around players. So, like I said, their shot selection is worth monitoring, and he takes way too many deep twos early in the clock. He needs to get to the basket a little bit more. He's only 6'2", so he'll be a target on defense no matter how hard he's playing, according to them. That hasn't really held back people like Derrick Rose, people like Chris Paul, as his passing has evolved. His height and his frame is going to be an issue in the first couple years, but he'll find a way around it down the road. Next, we're going to go to Ryan Rupert from the New Zealand Breakers. He's a guard, and he is not going to be scoring day one. He is a defensive prospect through and through. He's a 6'6" guard, so he can play from the 2 guard, and maybe even defend all the way up to the 4. He can defend from the point guard, maybe all the way up to the 4, depending on how polished his defense is right away, but probably 1 to the 3 spot, to the small forward. He'll play on and off the ball, he'll harass people, and that's sort of what the Charlotte Hornets need. They need a culture, they need a direction, and adding someone like this to your bench that can absolutely lock down a team's best young player could be huge for them. We're going to look at the NBA Draft Room's notes on him right here. It says he's a prototypical 3-and-D wing with a lot of versatility, although he does really need to work on his three-point shooting, especially catch-and-shoot situations. And his ball handling and playmaking are a bit underrated, which is important for a guard. I know he's 6'6", so he could play the 3 spot, but it's important to know that he has that in his bag as well. All right, and for 34, I have another sort of boom or bust kind of guy. His name is Terrence Shannon Jr. out of Illinois. He's a forward that is another defensive prospect, but he is a little bit more streaky. He's a microwave scorer, and if he gets hot, he'll score in a hurry, and that's important to note when you add it to his defensive capabilities. In college, he was a catch-and-shoot 3-point professional, but he can also use that fear from other teams to sort of get by other players and slash to the basket. We're going to look at ESPN's career stats in college right here. Last year, he averaged 17.2 points per game, which, like I said, microwave score. He can get hot in a hurry. Shot only 32.1 from 3, but that was down 6% from the year previous, but again, it's those catch-and-shoot situations. He needs to be schemed open. And his steals look better in 2022-2023 than they ever had. Hopefully that will translate to the next level. So that's just 3 of the 5 players that the Charlotte Hornets could go after in this draft. Let me know who you think the Hornets should take, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it.